All right. After 17 hours and 2 minutes, we finally got this going.
That's right. Oh my gosh. And we have a name. We have a name for the podcast.
Yes, we
have a name.
officially have a name.
We have a name.
Mr. Kwabena.
Yes, sir.
Give us the name.
Oh, we are going by the Rogue Actors podcast. So, yes, we are the Rogue Actors. And we appreciate you for stopping in.
Just be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube and on Spotify. YouTube and Spotify, we're known as the Rogue Actors Podcast.
Yes.
Follow us on the TikToks and ClickClacks.
The
and
TikToks,
everywhere.
the Instagrams, the YouTubes, the
Everywhere.
Spotifys.
Everywhere. Now, when we get this started, because I wanted to show you this earlier. Earlier in the morning, I was listening to Elvis Duran, and he played Lady Gaga doing a cover of Mr. Rogers.
Yep, you told me.
This is for a Super Bowl ad, and I think she sounds fucking brilliant.
Okay.
And I want to share this beautiful moment with you.
Yeah, see.
So
all right. I'm down.
Okay.
Because Mr. Rogers is the OG. I respect Lady Gaga's singing talents. She got some pipes. That's all I'm saying.
Definitely got some damn pipes.
Got some pipes.
One of the best voices in our generation,
Right.
I think, right now.
So I'm gonna put these headphones on and
Yes,
let's see what we got.
Skirt.
All right, let's see what we got.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Okay, each Nissan. And then, so we're playing through the headphones because I don't know the legality.
Oh yeah, this is episode number 2. I ain't trying to get hit with no copyright strikes right off the bat. You know?
I'm not trying to get a spanking.
Nah.
I mean, unless I consent to it.
Nah. I'm not trying to get bodied out like that. No, it's too early for that.
Yeah, but it's good. It's really, really good.
Bro, that's hype. Okay.
There you go.
All right, I gotta listen to that.
In its entirety.
Yeah, I'm gonna get high. I'm gonna take some edibles. I'm gonna just chill out and be like, yo,
some gummies, some brownies,
yeah,
some
get
cookies.
some gummies, some brownies, and just be like, you know what? It's time to take a trip through the neighborhood.
You know, there's this thing called the Arte Museum. It's a museum down by the piers.
Chelsea Piers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it looks pretty dope. Like everything is like projections and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they have like a smoke room where you can feel like the beginnings of a tornado. I haven't been there yet myself. Looking forward to checking it out. But I was just wondering, like, if you take some edibles, like before going in there, like, do you appreciate the art more, or like you just start like spazzing out?
You appreciate life more, you know?
Because it's like full sensory like overload. So how are you gonna feel like that while you're like on some edibles?
I mean, it depends on who you are. It depends on who you are, what your tolerance is, how you react to whatever substance
Stimuli.
is, what you have going on in your life, where you at.
I'm right here.
Well, I mean, when you go there, you're not going to be right here.
That is the plan. I plan to take a couple of doses of some gummies.
Okay.
Walk into the Arte Museum and be like, "Yo, what's up? Transport me to another world."
Yo, there's a space in Chinatown. I don't know if it's still there. We went there.
Yeah.
What was it called? It's the one on Broadway.
The one with the underscore, right?
Broadway and Canal.
Yeah.
Enter I am.
Yeah, it's like underscore.
Enter underscore I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be a pretty dope place to go if you are on something.
Yeah, so Arte Museum, I don't know if you've seen it. It's like a little more intense than
I saw
Okay.
I saw the Instagram video that you sent.
Okay. Yeah, I saw a video of like they were showing a tornado and it's just a bunch of smoke and then you're standing there, you're actually feeling that air. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to checking that place out. It looks pretty dope.
Okay.
Yeah. And Miss Gaga here, so we're done with Gaga.
All right.
And we just finished taping the most insane commercial audition.
I mean, it was insane because we made it insane. That's really
We didn't make it insane. We were following directions. So they wanted you to go start from point A at an extreme close-up. And then they wanted you to take that and add like 17 different actions, and then you walking across the hall, placing something down on the table, walking back to your beginning spot, and then set things up again, and then you look up and you deliver the one line, and then you're doing like an infinite number of other actions. Like, there's no way to do that other than just like go balls to the wall.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do? Just stand in front of a blue screen, just going like this, and like, oh, this is my line, and yeah, it's gonna look kind of weird. So you have to follow the directions the way they want it.
Yeah. I will say that that's probably the benefit of being able to do auditions remotely, is that if you decide you kind of want to go topsy-turvy 1920s, just go balls to the wall, you can do that. You have that luxury to say, I'll just produce an entire film for my audition.
I mean, that's basically what they want you to do for commercial auditions. Like legit stuff, TV, film, those are a little simpler. But for commercial ones, they tend to want you to do a lot.
Yeah, they want you to produce the commercial before you book the job.
Yeah. Sometimes it's fun, though.
Sometimes it is fun.
Like, I had fun doing the one we did. Like, I don't really want to go into too many details on what it was. But
right.
I think we had a blast.
We definitely had a good time. And this goes back to our conversation from last week, which we were talking about auditioning remotely. And I admit, I was a bit over all of the auditioning stuff. But that was something I just need to get out of my system.
Okay.
Because I had conversations with Gina from DDO about this as well. And also...
Shout out to Gina.
Shout out to
DDO.
Shout out to DDO artists for dealing with my trifling ass.
Dealing with both of our asses.
Dealing with my trifling in and out ass for like... So wait, 2026, I'm pretty sure I met Jerry in 2008, 9?
Wasn't it like 10?
No.
Has it been that long? Jesus.
Because I left Lauder in 2011, and I knew Jerry at least a good 2 or 3 years before that.
Okay.
So that you're talking like 2008.
Damn.
And then Gina came on board shortly after Ricky left.
Ricky, yeah.
And then...
Well, Gina was always there. She was Jerry's assistant.
Ricky Fishbein, wasn't he Jerry's assistant prior?
Ricky ended up becoming an agent.
Yeah.
And then Gina.
Yeah. And then Ricky left.
And Ricky left, and then after Jerry left DDO,
then Gina
took over.
Yeah, commercial.
And yeah, so
shout out to Gina holding it down for all this time.
So I've been with
Gina,
DDO
man,
since
Freddie.
I've been with DDO since the beginning of my acting journey.
Same.
That's insane.
Yeah. It's 2008, so that's 13. It's like 16 years.
Yee. Okay.
Yeah, 16 years.
Wow.
Yeah, shout out to... There's no better agent in the business.
No. Gina Manfredi is
DDO
legit.
artist. She's a queen.
Legit.
She's a queen.
The voiceover department is legit.
Voiceover department. Again,
Eileen,
another department.
Eileen has been like keeping me busy.
Eileen, Marissa, just the whole Justice League. If you can deal with my trifling ass...
Well, I've been with Marissa longer than she's been with DDO, actually. Because Marissa used to be with my managers at Avanti.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then she left Avanti for DDO.
Oh, okay.
And then she just kept me around.
Oh, that's...
So I'm still with the management company.
Yeah.
But like Marissa going from a management company to an agency, it's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's great.
I think that's what I'm enjoying almost the most. That's probably one of the second things that I'm enjoying the most about being in this industry. Is just watching the trajectories of other people's careers. Because to me, that's just fucking fun. I just get to sit back and I'm like, wow, okay, I remember this part.
Yeah.
I remember seeing this. It's like watching the evolution of a Pokemon. You're just like, I remember when I saw you in the wilds. And then now, so watching Gina, and then just other actors that I've come across over the years.
Other agents, too.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of Pokemon, like Peter Ko, I mean...
Yo, Peter, if you're listening, baby, you a straight G.
Peter's a G.
Peter is the G from Philly.
So, like you won't hear anything from him for like months on end. Next thing you know, like, hey, I got a series regular audition for you.
Bro, this man comes in like Noob Saibot from Mortal Kombat, just toasty, and then just comes in with like this banging audition, and you're like, yo, bro.
Hey, where you been? And then you come in like swinging hard.
Bro, that was the story of the Looming Tower.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You got that through Peter?
Through Peter.
Nice.
Out of nowhere. Dude is like, hey, yo, I got this role, this audition. And I'm like, okay, I got you. And then all of a sudden, bam. You're just like, just boom, 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 boom. Hadn't heard from him. And then out of nowhere, he's like, yeah, recurring role on the Looming Tower. I'm like, great, awesome. Haven't heard from him in a minute.
But when you do, it's going to be something big.
Yeah.
The most hilarious thing with Peter is he got me a commercial audition over in Philly. And they needed me there like at a specific time. It was like butt crack early in the morning. So I take the bus to get over there from Manhattan. So from the Bronx into Manhattan and then to Philly. Once I get to Philly, Peter picks me up.
You told
from
me,
the bus
you told me about
and then
that.
he drove me to set and then drove me back to the bus stop after we're done filming.
Yeah, you told me about
Peter
that.
Peter is legit.
Now he's a gangster. He's a gangster.
Peter's a G.
Yeah. I feel as if, though, one of the things I really want to do with this podcast, honestly, is I just like propping people up. I just like shouting people out when I can. And so giving shout outs to Gina. Gina, you a queen. Gina at DDO. If you looking for a commercial agent, she's the truth. Peter's the homie. I'm gonna give a shout out to Ken Park.
Ken is a G.
Ken is a G.
Yeah.
Ken is a G. I'm gonna give a shout out to Jerry because
I feel like actually like 90% of the stuff I've booked has been through Ken.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Jerry Clerical. He's a homie. Taught me some improv.
Even though we haven't worked with him in a hot
minute. Yeah. Listen, because he's big time. He's big time. We got to get our weight up. No,
I remember when Jerry first added me to the roster on DDO. It was hilarious. I think I told you this before. We have just finished doing a short form improv class.
Yeah.
And then a couple of days later, I'm logged into my Actors Access account. I'm like self-submitting to stuff because I'm not represented by anybody. Mm-hmm. And then I click on representation, and then I see DDO there as my reps. I'm like, what the hell is this? I did not do this. What is going on?
Yeah.
And I'm freaking out because I think Jerry's going to think that, I'm
trying to run some game.
Jumping the gun.
Trying to run some game on.
He's like, what you up to? So immediately I called Jerry, like, Jerry, I don't know what happened. I didn't do this. Like, I didn't add DDO as my representatives on Actors Access. I don't mean to be presumptuous. I didn't do I'm freaking out. And he's laughing at me on the phone. And he's like, no, don't worry about that. I submitted the request to have you added to our roster.
Yeah.
And I was going to talk to you about it the next time that we had a class. I wasn't expecting him to do it so quick.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, thanks. But he was like just laughing at me for like a good 10 minutes because of how scared I was.
That's a boss move. He's a boss. I appreciate him.
Yeah.
I appreciate him for that. Yeah. Who else I want to shout out? This is just going to be at least a good 10, 20 minutes of shout outs. So, I mean,
we're shouting people out, then I got to shout out Avanti Talent Management.
Okay.
They've been keeping me busy for a hot minute, for a few years. Sandy used to be the owner of Avanti Talent. He passed, and then now his wife is running it in his stead, and she's been getting me just, some great auditions too. Talent One has been getting me some great auditions out in the Atlanta area. So I'm loving that, especially because, they've been getting me some really great auditions for one of my favorite shows filming out of Atlanta. I guess it's okay to just name names of stuff that I like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so WillTrent is one of my favorite shows on TV. And Talent One, it's gotten me at least like 10, 11 auditions for that show. And the fact that the casting director keeps calling me back for more roles, I feel like must be doing something right. But it's also kind of depressing that after 11 auditions, I'm still not booking anything on this show.
How do you control, homie? There's just some things where you just know that they keep calling you back in. I know that's what we hear all the time. Doesn't make it any less depressing. I feel you. But, yeah, you just keep showing up.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. That's actually why I really like just having conversations with again, people from all areas of the industry, because you do hear that story very often. You know, it feels like you're the only one who's going in for tons and tons of things and not getting what you would believe to be the correct numbers of bookings or inaccurate numbers of bookings and stuff like that. But I feel that it has to happen way more often than we think. And that's why there are certain people I would really like to just talk to who I see are really hustling, or not even, not hustling, but I've known them for a while, and I've seen just the trajectory, and then all of a sudden I see them in something, and I know that it's not just quote unquote like magic per se. I mean, I know that there are a lot of things that are outside of our control, and a lot of it is timing and I guess, you know, a bit of luck and all these different kinds of things. But then there's also that aspect of you just keep showing up. I had mentioned her before, but Allegra Edwards from the show Upload. The show's fucking phenomenal. For me, perhaps I'm a little bit biased because I know her, but I feel like she was the standout actor on the show.
Okay.
Because her character, Ingrid, is just fucking wild and just awesome. Also just very real in her portrayal of this character. It's just, you don't know what you're going to get in a very good way when you see this character, Ingrid. Because one minute, looks like there's just all superficial. And then another minute, you're like, oh, there's layers there. In a very interesting way. I think she just did a really good job with that character. I would like to sit with her.
You should bring her onto the pod and let's have a conversation.
We'll have to remote her in.
Okay.
We'll have to remote her in.
You can upload her in?
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Because she's what, on the West Coast?
West Coast.
Okay. So yeah, we can remote her in.
Yeah.
It would have to, you know, just timing would have to
be
good.
Sure.
Because what are we, 3 hours ahead?
That is correct. But yeah. But for me, that's really cool. That's really cool. Just seeing other people's successes. Again, I will do the very human thing and be like, sometimes I sit there, I'm like, fuck, I want to book some shit. And then, you know, seeing other people shining, you're like, okay, there's no hate. But, you know, there is that thing of that very human thing of, you know what, you know, when's my ship coming in? And so I feel like a big part of it actually being this podcast is just that thing of, all right, you know, what am I doing in my own way to carve my way, you know, blaze my own trail, my own path in whatever this business, this industry is.
Right, because, you know, we tend to compare ourselves to other people who
Fuck
are similar trajectory than we were.
Yeah,
and how come they're successful and I'm not?
Yeah.
And that's the worst thing you can do, because then you just start to feel like crap, and you start becoming judgmental. Like, oh, this person's a shit actor. How come they're doing so well,
Ooh,
and then I'm over here? Yeah.
The classic. Whose dick did they have to suck?
Yeah. And that's just, you know, you're just hating because you're not where you want to be, and then you see somebody else like who's similar to you, and then you're like, oh, how come they're doing it and I'm not? Yeah.
And after having enough conversations, and again, I will sit and listen to you all day because there's something there for me. You just listen to enough people, you just show up. Same thing. My approach when I go to set or anytime I'm on set, I just show up. I'm just nice, listen to people, not because I'm trying to get anything, but because that's just a consequence of how I navigate this space. And people just tell you, you know, their stories of how they got to where they are. And you hear that, yes, there are those stories where people kind of just fall into a space of success in a way.
Right.
But even then, the common theme is that there's just some people who just keep showing up. And over time, that investment, it pays back in some way. Might not be what you expected, but you just have to keep showing up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like so I take classes at one-on-one with ChazzPalminteri, and he'd been doing it since, he's young, and his career wasn't going the way that he wanted either. So Chaz didn't make it until he was like in his late 40s when he wrote his one-man show, A Bronx Tale.
Yeah.
And then, like, once Robert De Niro started working with him and produced it into a movie, his career took off from there. But prior to that, it was maybe like one line on a show, one line on some other show, and then that was pretty much it. Like, just no momentum. And all of a sudden, he's in his late 40s, decides to do his own thing, and then he just blows up from there. And now he's unstoppable.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really good look. And same thing. I know we hear those stories of people in their quote unquote later years, late 40s or whatever it is. Something just clicks and hits, and then you're just off to the races. It's one of those things where you just got to keep showing up, assuming that your heart is still in it,
Yeah. Yeah, if your heart's not in it, then you shouldn't be doing it. And if you're only doing it for the fame and for the money, then you shouldn't be doing it. You need to be in it because you love it. If you're expecting to become like a millionaire, then like, what are you doing it for? Like, why are you putting yourself through so much rejection?
Man, at that point, if it was solely about the money, there's a bunch of other shit that I would get into.
Like, I know so many actors who are in it, but like their only concern is the money aspect of it. Either that or they want to be famous. So they don't really have a love for the craft. They just have a love of what comes with the craft once you become successful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are the ones you see like phoning it in. Like, I can name some celebrity examples, but I won't do that.
Sure. No under the buses.
No.
I got you. And just on a side note, I have a really strong feeling that this podcast is just going to end up being a straight up slice of life podcast. Because the question has come up as to what the fuck is this podcast going to be about?
So the plan is to have no plan.
The plan is to have no plan.
Yeah, and just kind of see what comes up once the mics start rolling.
Yeah. Because assuming that the landscape for podcasts is fully fucking saturated and everyone's just fucking burnt out, then it doesn't matter what the fuck we do in here. Because then it's just my whole big thing. I honestly just want to fuck around. If this is a place where I just show up and I just fucking just vent and just get shit out.
Just word vomit.
I honestly feel, if anything, that in and of itself is a great weekly opportunity to settle into that space of just not giving a fuck, so that it becomes my default and it spills over into everything else. So auditions, just navigating, space and time. Listen. This podcast becomes a vehicle for me to show up to fucking like ComicCon and all these other fucking places and just like I have a shirt on that says the Rogue Actors, and I'm just walking around and I can do press passes and just kind of putz around and just have fun. Fuck it, that's it. I am good on that. Again, same thing. Do I need to? I'm not sitting out here trying to be no fucking super podcaster and taking over world domination and shit. Nah, nigga, let me just pay my fucking rent off this shit. Call it a fucking day. Have some fun with people. I like conversations.
Okay.
The whole thing around this was that the best conversations I've ever had, just when I just roll up to people and I'm like, so what's good? And then that's it. It's not about I have an agenda. Let's talk about this or let's talk about that. It's just like, so how you doing? The Wendy Williams, how you doing?
Oh, I thought they were thinking of the Joey from Friends.
Oh, then
how you doing?
Well, then that's the Joey. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
But for me,
if you watch wrestling, there's Cody Rhodes. He was like, so, what do you want to talk about?
Yeah.
And then you mentioned Comic-Con a little bit ago. So what's funny? I have a funny story about that. My good friend George Papadamatos had a co-star role on Daredevil season 2.
Yeah.
And his mailman or his delivery guy recognized him delivering a package to his house, and then they got to talking, and then it turns out that the same delivery guy kind of co-runs like a mini ComicCon out in Long Island.
Ah, you're talking about
Yeah, and then George got invited to have his own table there to sign autographs, and he brought me along too. So like we were both there, like promoting a pilot that he wrote, Jimmy's and Jenny's.
Yep.
We're both in it.
Yeah.
So that's getting some traction too. So I can't wait to see what happens there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so in order to to promote Jimmy's and Jenny's, we both went to the table over at this Comic-Con. And then we just kind of chilling there, just like signing headshots, talking to everybody.
Yeah.
Like all the other people that are around us, just, having conversations with them. Met this one dude named Brimstone. He's a wrestler. The dude is like really chill, like big dude, really chill as hell, really cool. So that's just like you said earlier, you just want to go to Comic-Con and just kind of futz around and just talk shit to people. That's kind of what we did over there in the Long Island Comic-Con.
Yeah, to me, that's fun. To me, that is where you get the real juice out of life. Just rolling up to people and just seeing how people who you would typically not come across in your everyday stride, you see how just people just live and chill. And just who knows what kind of conversations you're going to have. And it's almost like the eternal side quests. You're just always just side questing, just coming across people and like, this person looks like they have an interesting story to tell. let me see what this person is about. And so I feel like that's kind of where this is gonna go. Who the fuck knows? Who knows? This could turn into whatever it's gonna turn into. But for the most part, I just like just chilling out and just talking.
Well, I also like the idea of kind of creating our own content. So I mean, you and I, we wrote a script together. That we're planning on filming sometime soon. I sent it to a couple of people to get some feedback on, and all the feedback has been great. So the only thing left for us to do is just start, filming. Like find a crew, find money. That's always the big thing: is find money, and then kind of see where this goes.
Yeah,
I feel like maybe our effort was going to be like creating our own, kind of like a Chaz did with Bronx Tale. We're going to end up making our own project, and then that's going to be our trajectory, where people are like, oh, so those guys can do something.
Yeah. And I'm down with that. I really enjoy working behind the camera as well. It reminds me of the 2 date night videos that we filmed.
Those are fun.
Those are fun. And
yeah, those are on our TikTok, our Funny Chronicles channel.
Yeah. I may just take those and reshare them from the podcast accounts, just so that they're kind of in that circulation as well. But I definitely like being behind the camera. See,
I wanted to turn that into a series, just a series of bad dates.
We do that. Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, because we already got 2 date night videos, and it's not the women that are the bad dates. I'm the bad date. I'm the one who keeps screwing up, so I think that's hilarious. Like, oh, how's he going to screw the next one up?
I think that's just really good comedy. To me, that's just really good comedy. Because if you're finger pointing at the other person, I feel like that just never goes well in comedy for me.
Yeah.
Blaming the other person for the shit that happens to you. But when the joke is on you and you can do a really good job of portraying that, I feel like that's just like the gem. That's the golden comedy. And so perhaps it might be in our interest to do that, because the date nights we can turn around really quickly.
Yeah.
And we can use that for momentum towards the longer short. And then the eventual feature.
Yeah.
Because those 2 are, they're in the works. Like we have a lot written for both the short and
the feature. Yeah.
And the feature.
We just need somebody to get us in touch with Nicole Kidman for the feature. Nicole, if you're out there, call me.
Yes, we have the perfect role for you. Oh man, but the thing I'm really enjoying about this year so far, though, is for me, it's the momentum. It is the the action, the showing up. Because for a minute, I just really did not know what the fuck I wanted to work on. I mean, we're always told that you definitely have to create your own work, like carve out a space and everything of that nature. But I feel as if though sometimes that can just be pretty daunting.
It can.
Especially because
when life starts lifing, getting in the way.
Bro, when life starts lifing, man, there's a lot to juggle. And so I'm just excited about having something. And I feel like that was the main thing I was asking for a while. And I feel like that's the reason why I mentioned it last time too, but stand-up comedy was important for a while because it was something that I could just own. It was my material. I craft it, I get up on stage, and then I do it. And I feel like the challenge for me was doing a lot of things from a place of needing external validation. And then once that fuel was no longer something that worked for me, I found myself in a weird fucking space.
Stand-up is one of those venues where you get immediate. Like,
well, you know very quickly whether or not you get immediate feedback.
Yeah,
Right.
Well, I was gonna say, people enjoying what you do, like,
sure,
you get all that. It's all immediate.
Yeah, it's all.
Like, you don't have to. It's like when you work on a TV show, you got to wait for the episode to come out. That can take months. You're like, oh, I hope they like it. I hope they like it. When you're doing stand-up comedy, the feedback is instant.
Yeah, I think the thing with stand-up comedy.
So the external validation is what I meant. Like, you're getting immediate external validation.
You can get it if that's what you're there for.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think that for me, that got in the way a lot because I would sometimes craft things in a way to ensure that in ways that I thought would get me that.
Ah, I see.
As opposed to saying, this is just what I want to fucking do and say. And I'm just going to do it because that is what is authentically coming up. And whether if you like it or you don't like it, I'm going to do it anyway. As opposed to presenting something and then based on the feedback that I get, censoring myself or adjusting myself overly so.
Okay.
In order to get that external validation. And I feel just in all areas of my life that's been changing a lot to where that's not the thing anymore. And so it becomes a question of, okay, wait a minute. If what I was using for fuel was getting validation from others, if that's not what I'm using for fuel, then what the fuck am I doing now? Like, what am I using?
Okay.
And so I feel that's what the last handful of years has been. It's been this thing of, okay, you're switching over from fossil fuels to
hybrid,
something else. And that has been the challenge for just years. It is that switching the fuel for the engine over. And fucking tough. That all being said, this has been really fun and freeing because it fucking turn the mic on and then just say shit. And then just whatever comes out is whatever comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that I'm enjoying about it. Definitely, especially because the past couple of weeks, I've just been kind of in a funk, like energy-wise. Just don't really want to do anything. And then, like...
Fuck the world, nigga.
When we scheduled to do the podcast, it gave me something to look forward to. So that's been great in that sense. Giving me like a sense of purpose,
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I'm curious about the landscape for the industry in 2026, especially I haven't got anything for like the Super Bowl in terms of like Super Bowl commercials. None of that has come up for me.
Okay, I haven't gotten anything commercial-wise except for the one that we did earlier today.
Right.
I've been getting a lot of voiceover stuff. Nothing nothing for the Super Bowl there either, but some pretty good voiceover auditions.
Shout out to DDO VO team one more time.
Way
But
back.
yeah.
But yeah, so they've been getting me some like video game stuff, some cartoon stuff. So the VO market has been great, and my other manager that I work with, Brandon at Back Talent, like has been getting me a ton of commercial VO stuff. A lot of it non-union, so I have to turn it down. But it's a lot of good union roles there too. One of them was for a drama, a podcast drama. That sounded kind of fun. I submitted that yesterday, so hoping something comes out of that. But I think that would be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Do those serialized podcasts.
Mm.
And then there's gotten a couple of TV auditions. Nothing film-wise. Yeah, so that's pretty much. But I've been getting a good amount of auditions.
Okay.
Yeah, Ken has been keeping me busy. Vonti's been keeping me busy. Brandon, like DDO especially. Like DDO has something for me like almost every day.
Nice. Very cool. Very cool.
They're the ones who got me that commercial audition for today.
Okay.
So shout out to Gina for that.
Yeah. You know, so last week you mentioned that Marvel was having the trailers for Doomsday, like the teaser trailers for Doomsday.
Yeah, they've been releasing them like one at a time.
Yeah,
I
and
think
so
the last one was with Shiri.
Yes, so I watched that one.
Okay.
And shout out to DDO.
Okay.
Shout out to DDO, because I'm pretty sure that my Black Panther audition came through DDO. I need to double check that.
Oh, okay.
I want to double check that, but I'm pretty sure that it came through DDO.
Okay.
And so that's a good look. I'm pretty sure that was Jerry when he was still there.
Yeah.
Black Panther 1, right?
Yeah, it was
So-
Black Panther 1. It's a major role.
Yeah, so that was some time ago. So I'm pretty sure that was through DDO. And so so that I watched the trailer, the teaser trailer, I think yesterday.
Uh-huh.
And I saw M'Baku. So shout out to Winston. Shout out to Winston Duke. I think he's doing a great job with that role, and I'm glad, because if someone had gotten that role and had not done a great job with it, I'm not gonna lie, I would have been tight. I would have been tight. But no, shout out to him, because I think he's doing a really, really great job with that role.
I don't think I've auditioned for any Marvel films. I've gotten auditions for a couple of the series. I auditioned for Born Again, Daredevil.
Yeah, you saw. Yep. I
And
saw that.
I was pinned for a role of a bodega owner for season 2 of Born Again. Ended up getting released, so not sure who ended up booking that role.
Okay.
But never went in for any of the Marvel films.
Mm.
I know our good friend Lou
Yeah.
booked his role in Spider-Man Homecoming. So, shout out to you,
Shout
Lou.
out to you, Lou.
Congratulations for being the carjacker in Spider-Man Homecoming. Spider-Man jizzed all over his face. But, yeah, I haven't had any Marvel film auditions yet.
Yeah.
So working on that.
Okay.
Maybe Ghost Rider is going to be my step into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Maybe I'll be Robbie Reyes, like I mentioned last week.
Yeah. That'd be dope.
Be in the Midnight Suns,
That'd be super dope. Oh, I had another thought today. I say it as if though I only have like one a year.
One thought a day.
One thought a day. We were talking about in-person auditions and bringing them back, and I was wondering, SAG-AFTRA, they have, it's not an audition lab, is it? Is that where if you have an audition, you can go in
For a self-tape?
for a self-tape?
Yeah.
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 Who else does that?
Quite a few other people, but SAG-AFTRA, if you're doing it through them, it's free, through the SAG-AFTRA Foundation.
Yeah.
It's free, but I think they kind of lock you out after 2 auditions in a week, so you can't do more than 2 a week.
Mm.
But if you go to other places, I think the network or one-on-one, like they have self-tape assistance, but you got to pay for the service.
Mm. Okay. See, I was thinking, I do miss.
I got a pretty nice setup over here for self-tapes.
Yes. Yes, we have a space here. You know what I miss, though? I do miss the community aspect of just the hangout spot.
Mm.
I miss that.
Something like a CNC?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do miss that aspect of it. Where there was just a place where everybody knows your name.
So for everybody who's tuning in, CNC was an acting studio. CNC standard for castings and classes.
Yeah.
It was run by Jagger Kaye.
Yep.
And that's where you and I met.
Yeah.
16 years ago.
That's crazy, dogs.
So, yeah, I mean, we've been good friends since then. But CNC, like, had that sense of community. Like, it's different than the other studios. Like, there's one acting studio where people are kind of weird. So I'm not going to mention that place. It has like a weird vibe to it.
Yeah.
But like if you go to any of the other studios, like people go there for classes.
Sure.
They'll go there for like workshops or self-tape help or audition coaching. But
the community aspect,
there's no
right?
community, yeah.
Yeah.
I think majority of the friends that I've met in the acting industry were through CNC. And like,
Bro, the whole fucking Justice League. Yeah.
Like that place, like say whatever you want about Jagger. I mean, I thought he did a lot for me, but some people like he wasn't their cup of tea. But like what he built there was amazing.
Yeah. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that there are some lifelong friends that I've made because of that space and what Jagger created there at CNC. Because when you showed up there, it was a squad. You know, it was definitely a community.
Everybody was like rooting for you.
You know, everyone was on the same team, and that was a very nice thing to have.
Yeah.
And same thing, he knew a lot of people in the industry, and so he was able to bring in. That's how I met Clayton. That's how I met Jerry. That's how I met Brett Goldstein. Shout out to Brett Goldstein. I'm sitting here. I'm like,
Brett Goldstein, where you at?
I'm like, yo.
Different Brett Goldstein from the TV series, though. We're talking about Brett
casting.
Goldstein. Yeah. Brett Goldstein casting.
Who also she does coaching. So that's a lot of what she's doing now.
Yeah.
She does coaching. She will draw out your superpowers in various arenas, whether you're an actor or in another arena. But she's just really good about that. I call her Yoda. I gave her a stuffed Yoda plushie one time. She's the best. But yeah.
It was hilarious, though, when Ted Lasso came out. Because the guy in that show, his name is Brett Goldstein. Yeah. And a lot of people saw the name in the credits and they thought it was her. So she's getting all these congratulations messages on IG.
That's so ridiculous. But yeah, CNC met so many people. So many people. George Papatomatoes and
George, who's like one of my closest friends. We did Jimmy's and Jenny's together. Keep an eye out for Jimmy's and Jenny's.
Shout out to Jimmy's and Jenny's. Shout out to Jimmy's and Jenny's. In case you didn't hear it the first time.
From every angle.
From every
coming
angle.
At you from every
Shout
side.
out to Jimmy's and Jenny's. Yeah, I am looking forward to seeing what becomes of the show, because George is one of those people. Just has a really good heart, and he'll do whatever he can for people who are on his team and
all of our closest friends on there. Maytal, Vanessa, Kelly.
So many people working on it. Yeah. And so, yeah, shout out to the production behind the scenes. So shout out to Sarah Seeds. You gotta give a shout out to her.
You gotta shout out Mike too.
You gotta give out a shout out to Mike Gotta give a
Mike,
shout out
that
to
is Michael Pisano.
Gotta give a shout out to
Also,
Lindsay.
also a very talented director.
Yeah. I'll be here just shouting people. See, y'all motherfuckers didn't know what you signed up for listening to this podcast.
So this episode, all we're doing is just naming names.
We're just here. This is the credits. All y'all motherfuckers walk out of the movies and the TV shows when the credits are rolling. Yeah,
and we're pushing the
we're pushing the credits. We're propping the credits up tonight. But yeah, no, I just like giving people shout outs whenever I can, you know, because there are a lot of people I think who are just really just working.
Yeah.
And are just working. And I feel like all it takes is for one person to hear somebody's name and all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, I remember this person. They did this or they were great at that and so on and so forth. You never know whose memory is going to be jogged by hearing your name come out of somebody else's mouth. And so I'll be here all fucking day.
So I also want to shout out then Miss Kara Young. You know, like when I first started out, we did a play together with Demetrius Charles. And at the time, like Kara was also like in the beginning of her career. I'm in the beginning of my career.
Mm-hmm.
And like you knew from then that she was going to be like a force. And for a while, like no agents wanted her like take a chance. No managers really wanted her to take a chance. And then look at her now. She's a 2-time Tony Award winner. Like she's a powerhouse. She's insane. She's amazing.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real
and like
cool.
to see somebody go from the beginning of their career to winning 2 Tony Awards.
That's
like wow,
dope.
like, that is and she's still down to earth. She's still like chill, good person.
Yeah.
Lives in Harlem. You know, she's awesome.
That's real dope. I think that's awesome. I was trying to think of some other people that I've seen on the come up who I was really hyped for. And I mean, I could name names, and I like to see so Arturo Castro. I like to see him working. He was on Narcos, and he's just been running through doing like blockbuster films and stuff like that. So it's really good to see him working. And then I always talk about Maggie Gia, who was Poison Ivy on the Batman show.
Right.
Yeah. And so I remember, same thing. I remember running into her one time, and she was on her way to, I think, she was leaving a casting as I was showing up. And then we were just like in passing, just talking about the industry and just the grind and everything. And then all of a sudden I see some post, and I'm like, oh, she's Poison Ivy. I'm like, God damn. You know? But to me, that's a real gift to kind of just... So people always make the joke that you want to see the people around you doing well and everything, because it's like seeing the mailman. You know, when other people get their mail, you know that the mailman is nearby. So you're gonna eventually you're gonna get your mail. Get your mail. So that's why you want to see other people, you know, getting their mail. You want to see other people getting their shit, because the mailman's coming. You know, the mailman is nearby.
But the problem with that, unfortunately, like not everybody around you has like good energy. Like I've worked with quite a few people who are like have started becoming kind of successful now, and their ego is just through the roof. So I'm not gonna shout these people out because they don't deserve it. Like they already need a separate car for their ego. I'm not gonna add to that.
That's hilarious. Oh yeah, I got you.
Yeah, the worst thing you can do is just get an ego. Like once you start getting like a little bit of success, and if your ego starts to inflate, like you need to take a minute and like get that in check.
Yeah. Because
nobody wants to work with people like that.
Yeah. See, I feel like there's two things. One, somehow I have become very good at just surrounding myself with like good people, and so I know that I have a team of people. Someone will just come and just like, just calm the fuck down, you know? And just like nice little gut check. But then also I feel like my trajectory has been an interesting one, because I have always operated on the side of like downplaying my successes or accomplishments or anything like that. Like I'll book something, and everyone else is excited about it. I'm like, I mean,
don't do that.
Well, no. It's I'm happy for it, of course. I have noticed that at times, accepting compliments from people has been a challenge in the past because there's this thing of always wanting to be humble.
Right.
And so I feel like with that, sometimes it can be a false humility in a sense of wanting to be humble because you feel like it's the good thing to do or the nice thing to do. But at the same time, you don't acknowledge yourself. You don't acknowledge what you've done and accomplished and everything. And so then there can be a lot of doubting yourself, whether or not you're ever going to really be good enough. And so I feel like there's a really good balance to walk there of, okay, I know I can do some shit, and I know there's some shit that I can't do yet. And so just always know that there's just always levels to things.
Yeah. I also know that it's okay to take up space, kind of like what we were talking about last week.
This is going to be this whole fucking podcast, just every fucking week,
every
until
week.
Everyone fucking gets it.
Every week we're going to remind you it's okay to take up space. That's that one on your side.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how that happened.
I don't either.
So for those people who don't...
Oh, there we go. Wepa.
Let there be lights. Let there be lights. Now you're lit again.
There we go.
Yeah.
And by lit you mean lights, right? Not high.
Yet.
Okay.
Yeah. But so I'm excited.
It's okay to take up space.
It is not just okay. It is encouraged.
Yes.
It is encouraged.
Own your space.
Yes. Take it. Just fucking take it. Own that shit. I feel like that's gonna be everyone this fucking year.
Oh yeah.
Just the year of taking up space.
All right. I think now is probably a good time.
Call that shit?
To call it. So, thanks you guys for tuning in to the Rogue Actors Podcast. I'm Angelo Mercado.
And it's your boy, Kwabena Mpofo. Kwa for short.
And keep an eye on us for more podcasts. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Like, subscribe, tell your mama, tell your papa, tell your papa's dog.
Tell your babysitter. Yeah, that one.
All right, peace out. We love y'all.
All right. Take care.